Hello and welcome to KD's Business Tips. In this video, I'm going to discuss the importance of regular bookkeeping in your business. Businesses must be looked after on a regular basis. The moment you leave it too long, you will have issues. Two main issues have to do with financial issues and CRA issues. Financially, you won't know where your cash flow is. You might not be collecting your accounts receivable. You might not be paying your bills. Heck, you might not even be making a profit. And if you're not making a profit and don't know it, that's a big problem. Okay, if you're losing money and don't know it, that's a problem. And really, at the end of the day, financially, you might not stay in business if you're not doing things regularly. And then secondly, like I said, government headaches, because we can look at CRA coming down on you for not filing. They charge you penalties for being late. They can charge you interest too as well if you owe money. And then if you don't file for a while, they do something called an arbitrary assessment. Now this is no good. You don't want this. Arbitrary assessment means that they pick a number and say, hey, it's like we filed for you. You owe this. Pay it. And if you don't file the actual tax return, they can collect that amount because that amount becomes real, even though it was arbitrary. So that's important, okay? And when it comes down to owing CRA money, that can become even more of a headache because now you got garnishees. They want information from you. Maybe they're freezing your bank accounts and so forth. It's a headache. And you'll be giving up your whole personal life to them to make a plan. So make sure to avoid the headaches financially and with CRA by doing your bookkeeping and filing things on time. Okay? I always say that bookkeeping should be done regularly, no less than monthly. I mean, obviously, if you can do it weekly and daily, great, but most people, monthly is fine, okay? If it's really small business, you might get away with quarterly if you're just a consultant, for example. And it's also extremely important that you have accurate bookkeeping. So you got to do it regularly, but make sure it's accurate. And we can help you with that, of course. If you're doing your own bookkeeping, you know, we can look it over and help you, or we can, of course, do your bookkeeping for you as an accounting firm. And at the end of the day, if you don't do it regularly, you're going to run into problems. So spend the money or do it yourself, whatever it takes. Make sure. Now, there is a curve on that. We'll talk about that in the next couple of videos, actually doing it yourself versus someone else doing it like us. And really, bookkeepers can be anywhere from $30 to $80 an hour. It depends on how good the bookkeeper is, how long they've been in business, what they know. Some of them are just, $30 an hour, just put your stuff in, data input best they can, and nothing gets looked over, and that's it. You get an $80 an hour bookkeeper. They're looking things in detail. They understand the basics of accounting and how a year-end function works to pass it off the accountant. They understand all that stuff, reconciliations and the whole 9 yards. So really it depends. And again, you can also do it yourself. So in the next videos, we will be talking about bookkeeping doing yourself. And the next video, bookkeeping handing it off to someone else. If you've got any questions, we'd love to hear from you. Post in the comments below. Thanks for being a part of KD's Business Tips, and we'll see you in the next video.